What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be making a welding trolley to fit both the MIG and the TIG. Soon to be upgrading to a larger MIG, but we'll have to sort of get the measurements offline and let's come up with some sort of drawing and then we'll get to it. So first things first, we're just going to go with a simple, standard welding cart design. But obviously it needs to be big enough and wide enough to accommodate both welders and the two gas bottles. I'm only using small 10 litre bottles, so they're just under 150 ml. So I'm just going to make it so it's 150 on the inside. Just going to do a quick sketch here. Going to do the other shelf, and then the top one, what I'm probably going to do is essentially create a tray, so the tray will be right at the top, and that will just be so I can hold tools in there. And then because I've not got a lot of space in here, the best thing I'm thinking, usually welding carts come with like fixed rear wheels and then swivels on the front, so if I go swivel casters on all four, it should be a lot easier to manoeuvre. Obviously rough sketch, but first things first, we're going to use 20 by 20 box, so I've got 20 by 20. So on the width, we're going to do 300 plus 40 because of the 2020 box, so we're going to go 340 width. In terms of depth, let me just measure the welder. We're going to allow for a bit just because of the cables on the back and the gas fittings. 600. So I might go 650. And then in terms of height, I'm not too sure what I want to do just yet. So if we go, so this welder is 450 in height, so we'll probably allow for 500 in between, especially once it sort of, I have to put in shelves on each one, obviously as a base, just to hold the welder. This also will allow me, at some point I'm going to get a plasma cutter, and I may end up sticking that on the top, just sort of a bit forward thinking. So if that's 500, put them across there. We're then possibly going to do a little bit of an angle. So if we went with 5 degrees, that would probably be perfect. The other thing we want to do is add hooks onto the sides, to each side, because then we can have ground and ground off of each unit, and then the other side, obviously you have your MIG torch and then your TIG torch. So hopefully they're sort of coiled up, they're roughly sort of 400, 500 mil anyway. So if we got 500 in height plus the casters are going to be roughly 70 mil tall, just from what I've looked at online. I think for now we've got a pretty good plan, so what we're going to do is just get into cutting, just to not make it so complicated like having to do miters or anything. I might just cut everything straight. I don't really want to spend a crazy amount of time welding this all up. And then I probably won't clean welds back other than when I put the sheet metal trays on top of each one. What I really could do with making is sort of rollable stands, so that when I feed material into the bandsaw, they're not going to fall over or whatever, because at the moment I haven't got anything, so I sort of just have to rest it on whatever I can find laying about. If you'd like to see that in a future video, let me know down in the comments. And that will come soon. I'll do that after I do the welding cart. and then another update on the MX-5 and how that's going. Just having a little look online, I just had an idea from someone that had done it on one of the forums, is actually adding the gas bottles to the side, which obviously will save me space in terms of the depth. Especially these workbenches are 700 mil deep, so really if I put them on the side it would allow me to be only 650 deep, which is, well, that would be great. So I think that's the way I'm going to go, and also it allows me easy access, you know, reaching over from over the bench just to turn on the gas or adjust it or whatever. So if I just looked up for the 20 litre bottles, which are the larger ones than what I've got. I'm sort of preempting that I'll end up buying or getting those bottles at some point. They're roughly 210 mil in diameter, so what I'll do is add 210 to the inside of there, and then obviously plus the 20 mil for the box. So let's get it to cutting. So first thing, I'm going to cut the main sort of up and down pieces. I'm going to cut them at 115. I'm using a screwdriver because I misplaced my scribe. I'm not too sure where that's gone. So I've got this set up now on the bench. I'm going to tack weld the sort of cross member bits in, Still got to measure up and mark them, but I'll film the process.
Invincible.
So the next bit is I'm going to make up the shells, so it's going to be just the 3 bits, and then obviously I'll weld that onto the main frame that I just welded up. I've done one of the shells, like the middle one, slightly longer, because what I'm going to do is add a bit of round bar or round tube on the end, so it's a bit of a handle, a bit more sort of ergonomic. Yeah. now that's everything all welded up, all those bits. So I'm going to start off with the bottom one. I'll probably use the squares that I've got, mount them up to the table. So that's all we have time for today, so I'm going to do this as like a two-part series. As you can see, I have the frame all sort of, well, welded up on the back. Jig works quite well, especially having the jig table. So yeah, I need to get my hands on some casters and obviously work out some sort of mounting plates, and then work out some hooks for the leads. So if you liked today's video and you want to see more of this, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications. If you've got any suggestions of anything you want to see, just drop it down in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.